all of you guys are women, and you are women who love data. If you've been following the trends, as we like to say, they say data is the oil of the 21st century. And anyone who knows how to gather the data, collect the data, clean the data, present the data is the most valuable person in this year.
Start the business. I learned this quote years ago. 80% good and shared with the world always changes more lives than 100% perfect and stuck in your head.
Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel Beyond TechSolutely. My name is Sandra and today we are at Data Wired event Deal 2026, a place for women in data in Zimbabwe. So Deal 2026 mainly focusing on data exploration, actualization and learning, and this is part 2, exploration and growth. So we had 50 people who came to the event and about 8 mentors who were there in the industry to be able to help and assist these women in data. It was a place that everyone would have learned and grown and figured out if they want to be in data.
So how Data Wired or DataXplore started? Before I tell you guys that, we'll do a little bit of exercise just to show you how relevant it is. So if you're a person in this room and you've ever felt confused or didn't know how to get started in a data career, please stand up. If you've ever wanted to get started in a data career and you didn't know where to go, how to start, and you decided to do it all by yourself, stand up. Okay, look around the room. It's a lot of people, right? And keep standing if when you got started, you got confused, you got overwhelmed, you didn't know who to ask, and you almost gave up. Keep looking around the room. Okay, you can sit down. So that's just to show you how, as women and as somebody who's trying to get started in any career really, but because we're here because of data, if you're trying to get started in a data career, it can get very confusing. It can get overwhelming. Sometimes you can even think you're not good enough.
Us are used to creating things. The standard practice is once you get into a particular career path, whether as an entrepreneur or as an intrapreneur, the pathway you take is you work really hard, you contribute a lot, you generate a lot of information, you work with data. But in the case of women, we tend to be shy about attributing what we produce to ourselves. We take a background role and we don't claim ownership.
To do. It's painful in the beginning. There's a painful investment in terms of time and effort. But once you put those things in place, you'll be working with direction because you know where you want to go, you know what you want to do. So that's an important thing.
So the data doesn't really sell. The narrative behind the data is the one that we sell. Hence the tech PR initiative that we're trying to do. As an analyst, I was trying to think about the things that, and I thought about how counterfeit products entered the market. Stand out if you have seen counterfeit products in Zimbabwe. And I'm not talking about Gucci or Fendi or fake Rolex. I'm talking about commodities, your Ceravita, your Eversharp, your Nazor. Stand up if you have seen these products in your kitchen, use them, and shop. Tell you that your aunties and your moms and your mom's besties and people you know probably aided in having these products in the market. A few years ago, there was a multi-level marketing scheme where people were being paid to upload receipts from shops and they'll get a percentage of the money that was on the receipt. Use data. People thought they were earning money. There were women like us in the event. They were like, oh, let's empower each other. Let's do this. We can make our own money. But who knew that this data was going to be used by other people who aggregated and analyzed the buying patterns of Zimbabwe and figured almost every household buys Amazon. Almost every household uses an Apple shop. And now you're seeing all these products coming up into your market. So when you rant on TikTok and say, oh, how to spot a fake, what good are you doing? So as women in data, we have the opportunity to change that. So this is the challenge that we're going to try to do. Things that are affecting Zimbabwe, things that are affecting our market, and we try to analyze it in a very exciting way, and we come up with our own narratives.
My name is Miranda, and I'm going to be taking you through today my journey in my career path, what I have titled From Accident to Actualization. What I do is I govern or I manage the methods that we use to measure if our customers are loyal to us, how easy our products to consume to them, and overall are they satisfied with our service. What then this does is it improves our customer retention, it improves our revenue, and ultimately it increases our profit margin. How did I get here? So I'm going to take you back about 16, 17 years ago, just when I was coming out of high school. I wanted to be an architect. I did the combination for me to be an architect. I applied to be an architect. By that time, there was, I think, NAST and other regional universities which were offering architecture. I applied, I went for rigorous interviews, and I did not get it. There have been obstacles along the way. And one obstacle that I would want to speak to, which I picked up early in my career, is that lack of mentorship and guidance can be really detrimental. I did not have a mentor or a guide when I had finished A level. I wanted that route. No one told me you need a backup plan, you need plan B, C. You've got the whole alphabet, you can come up with other plans. I only had one plan. So lack of mentorship really is detrimental. Mentorship is not optional, it's fuel to your journeys. But there are also lessons that I've learned along the way. One is that technical skills matter, but communication matters more. You can be good on the keyboard, but when it really gets down to it, where decisions are made, we don't care about the code you wrote. We don't care about the millions of data you analyzed. What are you saying? What does the data say? Can you present the insights that you got? Also, careers are not linear, they are iterative. You don't just say one route and take that route. You pass through different things. You might take a pivot, you might get to one stage and linger for a while until you take the next one. Then another thing that I will speak on all the lessons that the themes there, but I would want to just emphasize on soft skills are power multipliers. Soft skills like empathy, like knowing how to relate with people, like knowing how to actively listen to what the next person is saying, will really take you far. Found in She's Data, which is an initiative that empowers women and not gatekeep information or resources.
Foundationally, and very proud to be an ICT academic. So that's sort of me in the middle there. I'm a pioneer of the Catholic University, and the very first lot of students who were recruited there, I was amongst them, and we're 39.
Hello, I'm Miranda Chidemo, an Insights Specialist, currently serving as the Customer Experience Insights Analyst at Old Mutual. Today I was a speaker at the DEO 2026, and I talked about my journey from where I began, or when I intercepted into the STEM community.
Data analyst and a data scientist. So the program helped in such a manner that the mentors that were there, we had an engineering person, 2 engineers actually. I'm a data scientist with somebody who spoke about project management. So it covered the whole process of somebody being a data scientist.
To the upcoming data scientists out there, I told them that they really need to get in, work on their trade, but they shouldn't be afraid to learn new things, go out and explore new things. They have to use the technology that's out there to always continue to upskill. So it's very important that they work towards what they want to do in data, and they become very expert in what they're doing.
Hi everyone, my name is Rufaro Pendlan Zimbani. I am a monitoring and evaluation personnel, looking to pivot into data analysis, and I'm excited because due 2026 coming in, I came with a lot of questions. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure how to start, but because of this program, I've met a lot of mentors, people who I can relate with, people who have gone through the same experience that I have gone through, and they've really laid a roadmap for me to take, which I'm very happy to adapt as well. And going forward, I'm looking forward to what the DO 2026 program is going to unravel for me.
So we had so many different kind of mentors here, and from their stories we learned a lot. Some have been to Silicon Valley, some have done their PhDs and all that. So a word for encouragement for the young ladies is do not give up, network, learn more, and also collaborate with others.
Hi, my name is Gunitimba Sherilyn Maposa, and I am a data scientist and the founder of DataWired. Why DEAL 2026? Why DataXplore? So in my journey, when I was getting started into a career in data, a lot of times I found myself being confused, not knowing what to learn, not knowing where to start, and not knowing who to reach out to for mentorship, which is essentially how DEAL 2026 also came to be about. This is part of an ongoing program that we started in 2023, where we started with a group of just 15 young ladies, and today this program has over 50 ladies who have applied. I think we had about 300 applications, but we could only select 50. The idea behind DEAL 2026 and the idea behind the work that we do is DataWired. We always ask ourselves this one question: whatever we're doing, does it build the capacity of our members? Does it build the capacity of young ladies who are trying to get started in data? Everything that I do as a community builder and as a lady that is mentoring other young ladies who are trying to get started into a career of data, I always ask myself, what activities can build the capacity of young women trying to get started in a career? So everything that we do, we try to make sure that it builds the ladies' skills in data so that they can be competent and so that they can meaningfully contribute to the growing data and AI ecosystem.